From far and wide, O Canada, they stand on guard for thee. They are firefighters, soldiers, doctors, nurses, and teachers. The everyday heroes, keeping our true north strong and free. Today, we honor them.
Wipeout Canada! You can't stop this crazy monkey! Woo!
By embarrassing them on national television.
An incredible first. It's Wipeout Canada Heroes Edition.
They normally deal in life and death situations, but today, it's belly flops and groin shots.
Are they brave enough to handle the spectacular spills? Heroic enough for the fantastic fumbles of our fearsome course?
From 20 heroic contestants, 4 will conquer today's terrifying trials and advance to the Wipeout zone.
Only one can win the $50,000 prize and be crowned Ultimate Hero. Who will prove they have the right stuff?
And who will just get their stuffing knocked out?
Many are called, few are chosen.
But everyone's about to wipe out.
This is insane!
Greetings and welcome to Wipeout Canada. I'm Johnathan Torrens, this is Ennis Esmer.
What up?
And today we'll try to define exactly what a Canadian hero really is.
Isn't that what we had for lunch yesterday with the pea meal bacon and the little onions?
Sleep.
It was very good. Okay.
Canadians tend to have a quiet patriotism, but today we'll shout from the rooftops.
Yes.
Because we've gathered up some of the best and brightest, boldest and bravest, and
We're gonna make them look like common fools up top.
well, it's not exactly where I was going with that,
Okay.
but we are going to put them to the test on one of the most villainously difficult obstacle courses we could assemble. And the hero still standing at the end will walk away with $50,000.
Right, but first, let's laugh at them for a little while, shall we?
Fair.
Enter the qualifier.
Today we have the towers and donuts, the always punching sucker punch wall. Then they'll bounce across the big balls, and finally try to figure out what the heck we want them to do on the pole vault. Remember, those with the top 12 times advance. The other 8 are given their walking papers.
That's if they can still walk. So while we figure out how that pole vault thing works, let's send things down to the third member of our team, our own personal hero, Jessica Phillips, who's with our first contestant from Cornwall, PEI.
I am standing here with Blake Parkin.
Nurse to the rescue.
What's a nurse?
It's a male nurse.
Merce? That's what people call this little bag I carry around. Well, that or matchel.
I can teach you how to do an injection. If you...
I don't like needles.
It's not that big, really.
Yeah, some hero. He just made our co-host faint.
FYI, Mercer's kick ass!
And now he's bragging about it?
The Merce and his orthopedic shoes are off toward the towers and donuts.
I bet he was going to say Mitch.
Gaylord Fockery may have to stitch his own wounds after that.
Merce Blake on the sucker punch wall. If the almost but not quite a doctor can touch the white glove before falling into the mud, he gets to move on.
Which he does. The Merce is through the sucker punch without getting a shot. He could probably use some scrubs, though.
Merce power!
Let's see how Florence Knight and Guy does on the big balls.
Ow! The RN applies pressure to that last ball with his face.
Merce power!
Not the best technique, but as they say, suit yourself.
I hope one of our heroes is a lifeguard. Sorry, a mifeguard.
After checking with our producers, apparently the object here is to pole vault safely onto the top of that big red ball.
And if you don't, you must swim around to the finishing platform to stop the clock.
My pulse is racing.
My blood pressure is like 500 over whatever.
Oh, man! Yikes! Someone get him a cold compress and some ice chips.
I think we can call him a nurse now.
In with a time of 3 minutes, 27 seconds, but he's a hero just for walking after that.
How you feeling?
Here in Canada, we have a long, proud military tradition, full of elite super soldiers, like our next contestant, Calgarian Sandra Klassen.
Oh, how long have you been in the military for?
Only 11 years. I'm an old girl.
When did you join?
Age 43.
And what made you join at 43?
I think I had a brain fart.
Joining the military at 43 is admirable, Sandra.
But joining Wipeout Canada as a 53-year-old grandma, that's a brain fart.
Grandma's gonna get smacked around a bit now, kids.
Our stats team isn't here to confirm, but I think the Corporal Brain Fart is a contender for the most hits ever on the sucker punch wall.
She's trying to get to the white glove, and she hits it once for every other time she got punched.
So a male nurse and a granny? Yeah, I'm not too impressed with these so-called heroes.
All right, picture this, Mr. Cynical Pants. A lonely hospital room. A kid in bed with a broken bone, scared. Our next hero comes in and helps brighten that kid's day. Now, would you make fun of that?
No.
Right.
Well, if the kids have 4 eyes or a pizza face.
I'm a Traumasaurus.
What does the Traumasaurus do?
We just help to greet the kids and take the scare out of care.
You need more energy. You're dressed as a lime-green dinosaur here. I could do a better job than that. Hey, kids! Trauma's fun!
Right, nothing calms kids down like a woman with a dinosaur head.
Well, let's see if the Traumasaurus can avoid breaking anything herself on the big balls.
They take the care out of scare.
Remember, kids, safety first.
Bad time for a safety demonstration. I hope she doesn't frighten the children.
Well, I have an idea that might help. Hey, kids. Wipeout shows us lots of things like how to slip and fall, sucker punch and toss your lunch and bounce off the big walls.
Oh, now I'm gonna have that stuck in my head all day.
What's better than falling on your head all day like our contestants? Good thing we have so many respectable healthcare professionals on hand today, like Nurse Sonica from Mississauga, Ontario. Okay, respectable may be the wrong choice of words.
Ouch, but what happens when our nurses need nurses?
Then it's time to send in the paramedics, like Andrew Pearson of Jasper, Alberta, who just loves to throw himself into dangerous situations.
Hi, Andrew. How are you?
Living the dream!
Living the dream?
Yeah, this is right up his alley. Not only is Andrew a paramedic, he's also a rafting guide and avalanche technician. Total adrenaline junkie, this guy.
Then he should get a rush out of this.
Oh! I think this extreme paramedic's big ball wipeout deserves a third watch. Now Avalanche Andrew finishing up at the pole vault.
Here we go!
Wait a second, where'd he go? Hey, back that up. Wow, the obstacle actually ate Andrew.
Feed me, Jessica. Feed me now.
Next up is firefighter Lisa Belafonte from Port Perry, Ontario, who's starting to sound like her fire engine. And starting to look like a fool.
Oh, yeah. Okay, big boss. I'll be good to you. You be good to me.
You're not a hostage negotiator, Lisa. Stick to what you know. Oh, no, my kitty is stuck up on the third ball. Oh, thanks, Lisa.
How'd you get up there, Sir Fluffy Boots Mechanico?
Back at the top of the course is our next contestant.
Where is he? I don't see anyone.
There. That's camouflage expert Evan Kundel from a Canadian Forces base in Kingston, Ontario. Jessica spoke to the man behind the makeup earlier.
Now, when you're hiding and you're all camouflaged up, what do you do if you have to pee?
It's just like this. Oh, that's good.
Well, that's kind of gross. Johnathan?
Shh. I'm practicing some camo tips I got from Evan.
Where are you?
I'm all around you.
Well, that's comforting and creepy at the same time. Hey, just don't pee, Kay?
Too late, bud.
Attack, attack, attack! Attack!
Screaming attack sort of defeats the purpose of camouflage, doesn't it?
Oh, now you see him, now you don't. Camo Kundel goes MIA under the water.
Not to be outdone, here's fellow soldier Drill Sergeant Nathan Boudreau from Gagetown, New Brunswick at the sucker punch.
And he takes a left, right, left.
Oh, comes up a few strides short of a full march. So let's move on to personal bodyguard Ken Downton from the bustling metropolis of Embrun, Ontario.
Who needs a bodyguard in Embrun, Ontario? The town's only traffic lights.
He's not going to protect me doing that.
Now for the true test of a bodyguard. Can he take a hit?
Boy, can he ever.
Really putting his face in the line of fire. The back of his head must feel so safe right now.
Ouch, pat me down, what a wipeout.
Whitney, Houston, we have a problem.
His next assignment should be learning how to protect himself. Can we get a serious hero now, please?
Yes, we can. Embodying those Canadian qualities, smarts, strength, poise, and politeness.
Really? Are you sure she's on the right show?
Well, yeah, this is Police Detective Crystal Malachowski from St. Catharines, Ontario. And she's off towards the Towers and Donuts.
Oh, the detective opens an investigation on the mud pit. I'm not crystal clear on her motive.
Maybe she's a mud splatter expert. Well, she's a dirty monkey now.
Dirty crazy monkey.
Careful, Jess. Don't want to get her hostile.
Jessica! Watch out for the dirty monkey!
Did you you see that? Bodyguard Ken saved Jessica. A real live hero in action.
Pretty awesome, I gotta admit. That was mud, right?
New comment. Dirty monkeys at the big balls. And oh, what a howler. The big balls go bananas on her.
Let's see that dirty flying monkey one more time.
Well, this should be no problem for our dirty monkey. She has to fling herself about 50 feet, and she comes up short about 50 feet.
But after a short swim, Dirty Monkey Crystal got that qualifier monkey off her back with a time of 3 minutes flat.
That'll do it for the first half of the qualifier in this epic battle of real Canadian heroes.
Just to review, so far our heroes have included a dinosaur, a granny, and a crazy monkey lady.
Yeah, well, heroes come in all shapes and sizes, Ennis.
That's true. Hey, that gives me an idea. I gotta run to my mom's car. I'll be right back.
Mom's car? I'm just guessing you don't want to miss this, so stay tuned for more heroes and more heroic runs and whatever Ennis is on about after the break.
Welcome back to Wipeout Canada Heroes Edition. As mentioned before the break, heroes come in all shapes and sizes. And as you can see, I'm dressed as my second favorite hero, World War I flying ace Billy Bishop. And JT... Hey, get out here, JT.
I really don't want to do this.
You wanted to show the people heroes.
Fine.
And JT is dressed as the biggest Canadian hero in my books, Pamela Anderson. Come on, do the little slow motion beach run thing.
I put the costume on. That's enough.
Yeah, there you go. Shake a tail feather.
Okay, can we just get back to the show? It's been nothing but heroics on the course so far, so long as heroics include things like getting your face and reputation dragged through the mud.
But we're still a ways to go before we determine our top 12 heroes, so let's get right to it with police officer Home Pham from Calgary.
Oh, I'm the Asian situation, baby.
Asian situation? Where does this guy think he is? Wipeout Shore? Dude. Asian situation going for his own GTL. Going to lose. GTL. GTL. Bro, sick.
Woohoo! I am the law.
I don't like this guy's vibe, like, you know.
Wow.
Come on, guys.
Sick.
I bet he wishes he was the wingman up there, like literally or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, let's see if he can avoid getting smushed on the pole vault, bro. Like in the bad way of smushed or whatnot.
Hey, he'll be fresh to death after that.
Yo, on that one right there, Asian situation goes back to seaside.
So the Asian situation goes off duty with a time of 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Okay, next up is the prototypical strong-jawed, oh, Jess is gonna love this, firefighter Joseph Triff.
Where are you a firefighter?
Halifax, Nova Scotia, Station 45.
The girl could drag me. What can you do?
There, just run.
I've got a good view here.
So do I.
Is it just me, or does Joseph seem more like the firefighters women hire to dance at stagette parties?
Ennis, this man's a bona fide hero. He puts his life on the line for people like you and me day in and day out. He's not just some piece of meat.
Well, he's sure getting tenderized out there.
I hope he's okay. So why don't you take your shirt off and tell me how you did out there?
Good.
Oh, here we go.
You made it through to the sweep around.
Sweet.
Just by doing that, that's it.
Woo, sweep around.
Is she allowed to do that?
I wonder if our next contestant, Torontonian Tanya G.I. Jane Doyle, is allowed to make Jessica do this.
50 to 100, 7.
This wasn't in my job description.
Neither was making men feel like objects.
Actually, if we take a look at her contract...
No way. Pays to think ahead. No life like it for our G.I. Jane. Oh! She'll be busted down to private for her performance on this obstacle course.
I feel like I'm in a swamp.
You are.
Not the kind of fatigue she's used to, if you want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Who's next?
Here we go. Even you can't deny teachers are true heroes. Meet Wendy Swain from Pitt Meadows, BC.
So what am I reading here?
Stop talking, just read it.
But I'm supposed to interview. It's quiet time.
Wow, pretty strict. What's she teach? Fear 101?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She should put her hand up if she's gonna yelp like that.
She's setting a really bad example.
There is no lesson plan for Wipeout Canada. Ooh, pop quiz time.
The teacher gets schooled.
She forgot the golden rule of the sucker punch wall. Don't put your face in front of it.
You just made that up.
Yeah, it's still gold star.
It tastes delicious.
You're not supposed to eat it.
Next on the course, we have police officer Andrew Morris from New Glasgow, Nova Scotia, who calls himself Drew Dog.
Drew Dog in the house! What's up?
Told ya.
Let's hope his bite is bigger than his bark.
How many times do you think Drew Dog will get swatted on the sucker punch?
I don't know. 8?
Come on, more than that.
K9.
See what I did there?
I wonder if he's gonna stop to sniff the balls first.
Ew. Oh, sweet Turner and Hooch.
Ah, man, that looked rough. Drew Dog gets some nice air here. In fact, all he's missing is a Frisbee. There you go. And from Drew Dog to Kat Ross, a charity worker from Winnipeg.
Big balls, I am impressed.
Oh, no charity from the Wipeout course today, although Kat Ross generously donates a Wipeout to our cause.
And with a time of 3 minutes and 17 seconds, this philanthropist helped her own cause by qualifying for the next round. You know, Ennis, our heroes may not be as wacky as the usual contestants in their day-to-day lives, but you have to admit one thing. They're heroes on the dance floor, where it really counts.
Can we see what your victory dance would look like?
No, that's classified material, man.
Like not even just a little shimmy?
Just not having much luck with helicopter pilot Chuck Scrock from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Give it up, Jess. This Black Hawk is not getting down. In his interview, at least.
I love the smell of big balls in the morning.
Oh, Apocalypse, yow!
Better call for search and rescue. Let's see if we can find some better lift on the pole vault. Oh no, Chuck having a helly of a time out there so far. But Chuck wasn't the only one that the pole vault got the better of today.
In fact, not one of our heroes managed to land it. Mission accomplished for us, eh?
Qualifier, this won't hurt a bit.
Well, next up is ER Doc Stephen Fisher from Sherwood Park, Alberta. Hey, what's he do with that glove?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, once a year, guy. Like clockwork.
Paging Dr. Fish to the big ball, stat! And, oh, he tries to stay on top, but ends up staying elsewhere.
Get out the IV drip and give me 50 cc's of awesome.
And, oh, Dr. Fish really starting to crash and burn out there.
Good.
Someone get out the paddles.
You're a doctor in the house.
Most of our healthcare workers aren't on call after their own wipeouts on the course today.
But we do have one nurse left, and not just any nurse, proud grandmother nurse Donna from Niagara Falls, Ontario.
Hey, Jenna Lee. Hey, Lily. Hi, Kia.
For a full list of Donna's grandchildren, go to our website at wipeoutcanada.com/Donna's grandchildren. All one word.
Nurse Donna starts her rounds on the towers and donuts, and, oh, listen to that scream.
Boy, I hope her grandkids aren't watching.
Looks like it's time to change her dressings.
Nah, a sponge bath ought to do the trick.
I'm never gonna get sick of that.
And I'll never get sick of the pole vault. Better ratchet it up, Nurse Donna.
Oh, no, come on, Donna.
Yeah, do it for your grandkids, Donna.
Donna! Donna! I don't want to quit.
She's got to hurry, Ennis. Her time's almost up. Come on, don't make me say goodnight, nurse.
I can't.
You're so close.
Ah, drats.
I'm sorry. I couldn't make it all the way.
Well, at least she tried, and that's what counts.
Not if you're one of her patients.
Ennis, too harsh.
I'm sorry.
She
sorry,
tried.
Sorry, Donna. You're right. It's got carried away.
Speaking of harsh, it's time to mock one of our heroes' strategies with this episode's Car Star Collision Centers. Make it unhappen move of the round. The qualifier was home to a lot of regrets today, but I'd say the biggest mistake out there was made by bodyguard Ken Downton.
Who should have spent less time worrying about bodyguarding Jessica and more time trying to guard his own body on the course. That way, he might have secured a spot in the next round. I'll bet he wishes he could make that unhappen.
So the top 12 is set, and among those moving on are super soldier Evan Camo Kundel,
Crazy adrenaline junkie Avalanche Andrew,
and super strict hot for teacher Wendy Swain.
Next up, our heroes get put to the test on the sweeper.
Will Drill Sergeant Nathan step up his game or march on home? Will Dirty Monkey get wiped clean from the competition? And will Dr. Fish stick around long enough to give Ennis a checkup?
This won't hurt a bit. This won't hurt a bit. This won't hurt a bit.
Okay, not funny.
Find out when we come back on Wipeout Canada.
Like, even when you say it, I just get like a...
It's a routine thing.
Well, you've never had one.
our special Heroes edition of Wipeout Canada. The word hero can mean so many different things to different people. I mean, from a tasty sandwich to a horrible Enrique Iglesias song.
He has a pretty nice voice.
But for us here at Wipeout Canada, it means 20 of the bravest contestants we've ever had on our show.
Now the 12 remaining heroes must brave our next challenge, the Motrin Sweep Around.
Among those who have qualified are the Philanthropist, Cat Ross, Firefighter Joe, Mr. Terrific Triff, G.I. Jane Tanya, and Nurse Crazy Eyes Robinson. In the Motrin Sweep Around, the 12 contestants stand on their own small pedestals while jumping over the sweeper arm, which spins faster and rises higher as it goes around.
But since this is such a special episode, we're adding something special. We've armed each of our heroes with 2 balls that they can hurl violently at their fellow competitors. Let's find out how squeaky clean they are with weaponized rubber in their hands.
The top 7 in this event will move on, with the winner getting a free pass directly to the Wipeout Zone, the final stage in the quest for that $50,000 grand prize. So, let's get to it.
Sweeper, I'm the master of the rotary blade.
Aha! You can't sweep what you can't see.
Such a role model.
Please proceed with caution to the Motrin Sweep Around.
Oh, man, I can't wait to see this. Ow, whoa, what's going on? Everyone just tossed their balls away.
Of course they did. They're good people.
You know, this is one of those times when the kindness of Canadians just sucks. It's supposed to be like Thunderdome out there.
Calm down,
or beyond Thunderdome. I mean, on Australian Wipeout, they fill the water with piranhas and make the contestants box kangaroos. These people don't know how good they have it. Come on.
Okay, keep it up, guys. Good job.
Now listen to them, actually encouraging each other out there. Isn't that nice?
No. All the supportive crap makes me want to puke. It's $50,000, people.
You got our rhythm. Come on, hero.
And oh, our first hero has fallen. It's Camo Kundel. Evan, your Wipeout Canada tour of duty is over.
How do you know he's not still there?
Aha!
1 down, 11 to go, and the heroes are getting the better of the sweeper so far. And trust me, I don't get to say that often.
What part?
Trust me.
Oh. Oh, man! G.I. Jane Tanya Doyle is off. Drop and give me one awesome face plant on the way down. Dismissed.
Let's go, guys, let's go.
The sweeper arm continues to speed up, and oh, there goes Philanthropist Cat Ross. The charity worker selflessly clearing the way for others to win the prize.
Such a big heart.
Oh no, there goes Dirty Monkey Crystal Malachowski.
It kind of reminds me of something.
Oh, we have fun. The stakes are high. Only one more has to fall for the rest to move on safely in the competition.
And hot for teacher Wendy Swain is down. The sweeper arm wiped her out like a blackboard.
You should always write, please leave on, just in case, remember?
Now with Wendy expelled from the competition, the horn blows, signaling safe passage to the dizzy dummy for the remaining contestants.
Well, I wouldn't say safe, but passage for sure.
Oh, and right away, down goes Crazy Eyes Robinson. So easy to lose focus on the sweeper.
Or just lose focus, in general.
A quick recovery from Avalanche Andrew.
Woo! Keep it up, baby, let's go!
There goes Firefightress Vernon Belafonte.
Nice reaction time sliding down the pole. Hey, she knows the drill.
Okay, time to get tougher on these heroes. Let's raise that arm.
This one's for all the boys and girls!
Only 5 remain now. Drill Sergeant Nathan, Joe, Mr. Terrific Triff, Chopper Chuck Scrock, Avalanche Andrew, and Dr. Fish.
Oh, Mr. Terrific is down. He's got to be fuming after that one.
Hey, keep your shirt on, Joe.
Don't let Jess hear you say that.
I hope he's okay.
Come on, good job, guys!
Still cheering each other on out there. Lame-o.
Oh, man! Adrenaline junkie Avalanche Andrew's down. Looks like Andrew decided to go bungee jumping without the cord. Only 3 remain. It's time to get serious.
The giant spinning sweeper arm isn't serious enough for you.
Correction, it's time to get more serious.
Ooh!
Let's raise that arm again.
Ah!
Ow! Chopper Chuck Scrock getting chopped down at the knees. Not the master of the rotary blade after all.
Then there were 2.
And then there were 2 indeed. Dr. Fish and Drill Sergeant Nathan. Only one will get that bye into the Wipeout zone.
The other will be saying bye-bye and heading out for a ride on the Dizzy Dummy.
Whoa, Dr. Fish just can't tuck his legs high enough to clear the arm, and he takes his medicine with a big gulp of water. Dr. Fish gets completely battered, conquered by Drill Sergeant Nathan in the battle of the Motrin Sweeper round.
You're moving on to the Wipeout zone. How does it feel?
Oh, fantastic.
And you 6 are going through to the Dizzy Dummies. How do you feel?
Drill Sergeant! Permission to go AWOL for the next round is granted. At ease to the Wipeout zone.
Dude, you're pretty good at that. When we come back, these 6 heroes will compete for the remaining 3 spots in the final. So Nathan won the battle, but will he win the Wipeout war? Will Chopper Chuck pull a surprise offensive?
Will firefighters Lisa and Joe extinguish the competition?
Or will Nurse Sonica and Dr. Fish use their intimate knowledge of the human body to power themselves to $50,000?
This won't hurt a bit. This won't hurt a bit. This won't hurt a bit.
You gonna keep doing that with the gloves and the thing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really fun for me.
Can I get a warning next time?
Is it new? Welcome back again to our Heroes episode of Wipeout Canada, where we're paying homage to our nation's finest.
In a way that only we here at Wipeout Canada can do, by reducing them to a bunch of sorry, flailing buffoons.
Oh, what do they want? We started the day with 20 of our country's bravest heroes, and before the break, we witnessed Drill Sergeant Nathan vanquish Dr. Fish to win the sweeper round and seize a free pass to the Wipeout zone.
Now he must wait to see which 3 remaining heroes will join him on the field of honor.
Those still in the hunt include firefightress Vernon Belanger, Mr. Personality Chopper Chuck Scrock, Nurse Crazy Eyes Robinson, Adrenaline Junkie Avalanche Andrew, Fireman Joe, Mr. Terrific Triff, and Dr. Fish. This guy.
I thought we just talked about that.
It's funny.
Not to me.
The Dizzy Dummy is made up of 3 rounds, each starting with a ride on the Dizzy Dummy itself, followed by a race across an obstacle. First, the barrel crossing, then the double beams, and finally, the barrel crossing one more time. The first hero to cross in each round advances to the Wipeout zone.
We've got 6 hot missiles here, ready to go.
Locked and loaded.
Go Air Force.
Wow, Jessica's pretty strong to get that thing spinning so fast. But wait till you see her stop it with her mind and spin it in the other direction. That's a freak show.
The Dizzy Dummy should really be a piece of cake for our heroes, so let's listen in.
Dr. Fish, you like it so far, or?
Well, maybe he'll prefer going in the other direction.
Hey, Dr. Fish, feeling better? The doctor's sick. That's rich.
Okay, let's show a little mercy.
Oh.
And our prisoners, heroes, are released from captivity. And first up is the barrel crossing.
Whoa! Not even close.
Wow.
Avalanche Andrew even takes getting dizzy to the extreme. I tell you what, anyone who goes full tilt without having any control over their body is my hero.
You should see me in Zumba. Dr. Fish is midway through. He leaps, but comes up short. We're seeing a variety of poor approaches so far. Handsome Joe with the dive in head first and overcommit.
He totally seems like that type. It's probably why Jessica likes him so much.
This is impossible.
Oh, it's possible, Sonica. Just keep your eye on the prize or on anything.
Whoa, look at that.
Why does it touch me?
Dr. Fish sneaks up and takes her out of the barrel, being totally disorderly with the orderly there. That move is not approved by Health Canada. Handsome Joe is making a break for it. He's pretty tall and long-legged.
Dude!
I'm just saying. And he's through. Mr. Terrific himself is the second hero to advance to the Wipeout zone.
Job. So glad to be done. I did not want to spin again.
Okay, our heroes strap in for round 2. Dr. Fish, are you ready?
How many times are we going to use that gag?
My rule is 1 time too many.
Then we're done.
Is this faster?
As a matter of fact, it is faster, Chopper Chuck. Being the Heroes episode, we figured people like yourself could use the extra challenge. Just ask Vernon Belanger.
I was told that you compete in fire fit competitions.
Yeah, and I've been told that it's the toughest 2 minutes in sport. Today I'm here to see if this is the toughest 2 minutes in sport.
She could have just asked, but no, she wanted to find out the hard way.
Vernon Belanger is just not fire fit enough to handle the Dizzy Dummy.
She's not the only one. These guys call themselves heroes. They look like a bunch of school kids who forgot to take their tummy medicine.
So after Vernon Belanger pulled herself out of the competition, it's time for a rare Dizzy Dummy restart.
Yeah, so thanks to her, the rest of them got an extra practice spin. Hey, thanks, Lisa.
didn't look right at all.
Chopper Chuck nearly got chopped in half. Not the crash landing he was hoping for, I'm sure.
Back on the course, Dr. Fish psychs himself up, keeping his legs awfully close together there. Guess he saw what happened to Chopper Chuck. Doctors are notoriously good students. The good doctor books himself an appointment with the Wipeout Zone.
We should really make him wait 2 hours first.
That was fun.
Speaking of fun, let's check back in on the others.
Oh, here we go. Oh, not good. That's Avalanche Andrew. Looks like he finally found a thrill he wished he didn't seek.
Living the dream.
More like a nightmare.
There's only room for one more hero in the Wipeout Zone.
Let's find out who it's going to be.
I want to be here. All right. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh. No, I don't want to puke. Don't puke.
I hope Andrew's stomach understands English.
I don't know if I want to watch this, is the thing.
What, Andrew bark at the ants? He'll be okay. Or not. More like an avalanche coming out of there right now.
This fellow hero's really showing a lot of compassion. Back to the real action, Crazy Eyes Robinson and Chopper Chuck forge on.
Oh.
In this case, it's okay to leave a soldier behind.
Oh.
Chopper Chuck leaps forward on the third to last barrel, but slides off.
Oh. It's like a scary puke monster is chasing Sonica.
That would make a good movie. But look at Avalanche Andrew. He somehow musters the strength to give it a go.
What a role model. Remember, kids, never give up just because you started puking. I tell myself that every New Year's Eve. Helicopter pilot Chopper Chuck hovers over the barrels.
What he lacks in personality, he makes up for in balance and concentration. Almost there. And he's done it. In typical no-nonsense Chopper Chuck fashion.
Yay! I'm going through to the Wipeout Zone! Yay!
I need to see some moves from you.
No.
Way to make it your own, Chuck. So there you have it. Our final four is set. But before we go to break, it's time to reward one of our heroes with our pick for the most and wickedest wipeout so far.
And that man has to be adrenaline junkie Avalanche Andrew Pearson, who didn't exactly have the best of days on the course.
He tossed his cookies in the dizzy dummy, and now he takes the cake with our Motrin wickedest wipeout for this adventurous run on the pole vault.
So it comes down to 2 soldiers, 1 firefighter, and a doctor. I've never felt safer on this show.
That's because you've never had a proper, thorough physical.
Stay tuned for the exciting Wipeout Zone right here on Wipeout Canada.
This is it, Canada. From far and wide, the heroes of this nation answered our call. When we began today, 20 of this country's finest faced off against what would surely be the biggest challenge in their lives, the Wipeout course.
After standing in the line of fire, throwing themselves in harm's way, and showing us what they're made of, only Chopper Chuck Scrock, Mr. Terrific Joe Triff, Dr. Fish, and Drill Sergeant Nathan Boudreau remain.
And for these brave souls, one final and dangerous assignment stands between them and $50,000.
First up is a slide down the killer surf.
Followed by a climb up the barrel run.
Then a walk across the water wall.
A spin on the sponge towel spinner.
A run across the roller.
And a leap across the launch pads.
To the finishing platform to stop the clock. But only one of our final 4 heroes can be crowned champion, and in my mind, the biggest, most important hero ever.
Unseating your previous hero, Mr. Dress Up.
What? Never.
First up, Drill Sergeant Nathan Boudreau from Gagetown, New Brunswick. Let's see how this soldier reached the beachhead here at the Wipeout Zone.
Let's go.
Nathan's qualifier was no sin.
The sucker bunch put him in the ditch.
The big balls bounced him in the drink.
Pole vault really made him pants.
The sweeper dropped others to the ground.
And that made Nathan make this sound.
Woo!
And he's off. Let's see how Drill Sergeant Nathan fares in some real pretend combat.
He's fired off the killer surf and lands right on target. Though the target is a gigantic pool of water you couldn't possibly miss, but still.
Nathan approaches the barrel run, keeping his knees up. Very nice form.
Over the barrels, he knows the drill, all right.
Now preparing to mount that thin red line of ledge across the water wall. He's being bombarded by that cold water. No amount of training can prepare you for that.
Well, military training might.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But it looks like Nathan has no plans to be dishonorably discharged from the water wall. He stays on shore leave. And he's across.
But he's across and facing his next enemy.
Oh, my God.
The sponge towel spinner.
He leaps, and he's across. But can he make a great escape from the spinner?
Oh, he's down. His momentum carried him right over into no man's land. That means Nathan's forced to swim back to the sponge towel spinner. This'll hurt his time.
Back up for a second attempt now. A little hesitation. Hey, what's the matter, Nathan? You scared?
Says the host from the safety of a booth in a free country. But he's aboard and digs in. I mean, really digs in. He's standing at attention, waiting for the right moment to attack.
And he's off and lands safely. Boy, he needed that.
Nathan will face the spinning bridge known only as the roller. He makes his way across.
Right down to the first trampoline. And fall back, soldier. Or fall face first into the water like you did. Over 3 minutes already on the clock. If he doesn't pick up the pace, it's kitchen duty for him back at the base.
Down to the first trampoline. And up to the second.
He's struggling. I guess those who can't do, teach. Oh, I stand corrected. Nathan's up to his feet. His mission is almost over.
He double times it to the finishing platform and stops the clock at 3 minutes, 50 seconds. We'll have to wait and see if that time holds up.
Oh, my God.
Now you know how your cadets feel, guy. The first to challenge the drill sergeant's time is helicopter pilot Chopper Chuck Scrock. After refusing to let his guard down, Chopper Chuck finally decided to bust some moves and possibly some bones on the qualifier. And after introducing the pilot to the one spinning blade he couldn't handle, he managed to hover around long enough in the dizzy dummy to land calmly in the wipeout zone.
So, Chuck, how are you feeling? Are you nervous?
A little scared, but excited to get it over with.
Boring. Away he goes, assuming crash position off the killer surf and ejecting just before the water.
I've heard water landings can be difficult, but luckily his seat really is an inflatable cushion.
Chopper Chuck climbing up the ramp to the barrel run. Well, crawling, actually.
My understanding is that you have to do that before you run. He's up and over. No, he caught his heel on the barrel and ditched.
Hops the second barrel, no trouble, and the third, and the fourth. He's to the water wall in just over 30 seconds, an excellent pace. Chuck awkwardly hops onto the water wall, starts scaling, and falls off. Mayday, mayday, Chopper Chuck is down.
Whoa, what happened there? Looks like he just kind of stepped off. Is he hurt?
Yeah, he's called off his run. Let's take a look at the replay to see if we can spot what happened. Ouch! Seems like Chopper Chuck suffered some kind of ankle or heel injury on the barrel run, which has ended his bid for the $50,000.
We'll wait for an official diagnosis, but a disappointing and dramatic finish here for Chuck.
Oh my gosh, I feel horrible about this. Poor Chuck. Oh, I think I'm gonna hyperventilate. Oh boy, you better go on without me, JT. There's so much more show to host for.
Well, yeah, like seeing if Mr. Terrific can live up to his name by setting the wipeout zone ablaze, or if the scary doctor can get admitted into the winner's circle. Do you want me to get Dr. Fish up here to check you out?
I'm fine, actually.
Oh, I see.
I'm totally fine. No need for Dr. Fish.
Miraculous recovery.
False alarm, that's all.
Welcome back to Wipeout Canada Heroes Edition, where before the break we witnessed a truly heroic display.
Well, I wouldn't say heroic. I just stopped myself from hyperventilating, that's all.
No. And it's from Chopper Chuck Scrock, who was forced to limp from the competition after suffering an injury to his ankle on the barrel run.
Goes to show even the non-moving parts in the wipeout zone could do damage to the best of them. Luckily for Chuck, he's on the Heroes episode, so he's getting more health care right about now than he knows what to do with.
Indeed, we're down to 2 heroes willing to put their ankles on the line to challenge current top time holder, Drill Sergeant Nathan Boudreau. First up is ER Doc Stephen Fisher. Dr. Fish, paging Dr. Fish to the wipeout zone.
This won't hurt a bit.
Dr. Fish was dragged off the golf course to give our obstacle course a shot instead. And our sweeper made him open wide and yell, "Ah!"
But he showed great inner ear health on the dizzy dummy, balancing his way straight into the wipeout zone. So, will he stitch up first spot or make like a sucking chest wound?
As long as he doesn't make his way up to the booth, I could care less.
Here we go.
And he's off. Dr. Fish dives into the wipeout zone with a yee-haw, exhibiting excellent bed slide manner there.
All right, bring it on, barrels.
Showing no fear on the barrel run. I guess he's much more used to creating fear than experiencing it.
Having a medicine ball out there so far. Now let's see Dr. Fish scale the water wall.
That's skinny.
Hey, don't accuse us of malnourishing our course. We feed each and every obstacle a healthy dose of people daily.
Dr. Fish with a good time so far. Really hunkering down on that wall. I've seen this before, and I promise, it does not look good from any angle.
But let's be thankful we didn't install any more cameras underneath.
Oh, God.
The doctor's slowly working his way through like he does in a thorough physical examination.
Dude, please, okay?
But he's scrubbed in and ready to operate now on the sponge towel spinner.
Judas, that's fast.
I Chicago hope he does better than the other contestants so far.
standing now and holding onto that roll like me to my dad's leg before a doctor's appointment.
Aw, you must have been a cute kid.
That was last summer. He leaps across and he makes it.
No surprise, the doctor is dissecting the course so far.
Oh, he's down.
Because he fell closer to the start of the obstacle, it's a shorter swim back for his second attempt. So in other words, it'll only hurt a bit.
Please stop. You're giving me flashbacks.
Dr. Fish heads out. This time, the roller stopped spinning. No, down again. The doctor didn't show enough patience to let the roller stop spinning, and he gets flushed for a second time.
I think he should diagnose himself with no balance.
Or maybe vertigo.
No, I'm pretty sure his application said he was a Sagittarius. Down to the first launch pad. What's up, Doc? The second launch pad, that's what.
He leaps, grabs on with surgical precision, pulling himself up and flopping onto the finishing platform, stopping the clock at 2 minutes and 41 seconds.
That was awesome.
That it was, Stephen, and Dr. Fish easily bests the drill sergeant's time with only one hero to go.
And that hero is dreamy firefighter Joseph, Mr. Terrific Triff.
Mr. Terrific shook his moneymaker for Jessica before showing everyone his escape routes on the qualifier. After playing hydrant and go seek with the sweeper arm, Joe proved there was enough fire in his belly to pull into the wipeout zone with an excellent response time.
And what would you do with $50,000?
Pay off a whole bunch of bills and treat my mom to a nice dinner.
You just keep getting cuter and cuter.
Oh, stop.
Lame-o.
All right, Joe. Good luck, but hopefully the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
So, Mr. Terrific guns his engine and slides down the killer surf. Whoa! Look at that hang time. He left the dinghy behind and soared onward, so he's got a nice short swim to the next obstacle.
Mr. Terrific meets traffic as he heads up to the barrel run. Over the first, a double barrel jump, and the fireman burns up the barrel run.
On fire so far, which is amazing considering how much water is out there. No stranger to jets of freezing water, he seems to be right in his element here.
Showing great speed, and he's across, finding that safe meeting place just outside the water wall.
And he just launches straight at the spinner. He jumps, he's already at the next platform and ahead of Dr. Fish's pace.
At the roller now. Oh! Mr. Terrific goes off sideways and slams his stomach into the roller on the way down.
Sad.
For once, these are injuries the good doctor doesn't mind seeing.
Oh, God.
Back up to the roller for the second attempt now. He is looking gassed, and one should never add gas to a fireman.
Balancing carefully, and this time he's across and at the launch pads.
Jump.
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 He jumps and
Tried to bounce straight to the second trampoline, but couldn't hold on.
Must have been made of fireman retardant material.
He's back at the top of the launch pads now, really struggling, but this hero will not give up. He can still take over first with a clean run right here.
Couple quick hops, and he launches to the second, but he falls. No, he holds on.
He takes the last leap and hits the button.
Wow, this is gonna be close.
That was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Evidently jumping around in a big fun water park is way harder than saving babies from burning buildings. So a great effort, a great finish, and Jessica's down with Stephen for the official results.
Good job, Joe.
Now, what if I were to tell you, you just won Wipeout Canada? You won $50,000.
So a heroic conclusion to a heroic competition.
Yeah, and in the end, thank goodness a rich doctor got that $50,000.
Yeah, I'll say. It truly was a pleasure, though, being in the presence of such great Canadian men and women today.
And even better to see them all wipe out and hurl like regular people. The moral is, heroes can come in all shapes and sizes. Hunky firefighters, crazy monkeys, even humans with dinosaur heads.
I kind of feel like you missed the whole point.
Well, then I made up my own point.
But either way, that's going to do it for the Heroes edition of Wipeout Canada. I'm Johnathan Torrens.
And I'm Ennis Esmer. For Jessica Phillips, goodbye and good wipeouts.
Oh, Ennis, this won't hurt a bit.
No, please.
Hey, where are you going? Don't forget Mr. Rabbit.